logging in for another 30 to Thrive, a little bit of inspiration, a whole lot of belly dance today, and I'm gonna switch things up a little bit today, and we are going to have, I always hate to use the word homework, but we're gonna have an assignment and there are prizes involved, so that makes things ever more so exciting, I find. So be sure that you have a pen and some paper, but you don't need your zills today. So shucky darn, maybe next time we'll do the zills. So welcome to 30 to Thrive, some inspiration, some belly dance, and some connection. I don't know about you guys, but it's been a little bit of a rough week over here for me. I don't know if maybe like, what is it, week 9 now of like self-imposed quarantine. I know Houston's starting to open up quite a bit, but I haven't gone anywhere yet, and I might officially be going stir crazy. Maybe. So I'm really excited to connect with you all today because I've been needing some connection. So thank you guys for being here. What we're gonna be talking about today is a little bit, week 900. Amen to that. It sort of feels that way. Hey, Sage Rose, good to see you. Thanks for logging in. I was actually talking about you last week and being completely inspired by your story of creating more time in your day simply by imagining it to be so. I am gonna call you and pick your brain because that sounds so magical to me. We were talking about silver linings and people finding the silver lining in the dark COVID cloud last week and all of the great stories of inspiration that came from that. This week, I wanna do something a little different, and tell me, as you're logging in, tell me, I know most of you, I know a lot of where you guys are from, but tell me, are you venturing out these days? Are you, getting back to any sort of previous normal? Are you still inside? I know I've heard that like swimming pools are opening up here in Houston and the movie theaters are open and they're gonna start opening the gyms next week, and I don't know, we're gonna see. I need to check in with the studio where I teach to see what their plans are moving forward. So let me know if you've been inside for 900 days straight, or so it seems. Hey Marina, good to see you. What we're gonna do today is a little bit different. So we've talked a lot about very concrete, tangible ideas to changing your perspective, changing your energy, changing your mood, and finding ways to connect and thrive and feel as good as possible in this entire crazy COVID situation. But I don't know if you are anything like me and you hear about a great new book, let's say, that has fantastic information on a subject you've just been dying to learn about. And you buy the book and you set it next to your bed and then it sits there for a really long time and you begin to think, well, maybe I'll just learn it by osmosis. You stick it under your pillow and hope the information goes into your head, right? Not that I actually think I can learn things by putting books under my pillow, but I find that I have a habit of taking the first step towards learning something new and stopping there. Right, getting on that website, ordering that book, signing up for that class, subscribing to that podcast, and then my effort ends. So I don't know, give me a little heart or a very shy thumbs up if this is you in some ways, and if it is, I feel ya. I totally understand. And it's not that I think that I can learn things just by purchasing the thing and then suddenly the information is downloaded into my head, but for some reason, I find myself doing that. And I feel like maybe the last 4 weeks of information that we've been sharing, the ideas that we've been coming up with here on 30 to Thrive may have kind of gone that route for some of us, right? Great idea, but perhaps we didn't actually do anything with it. So today, yes, good, I'm glad someone's with me. Thanks, Rox Poetic. Me too. Oh, your studio is still closed in Oklahoma City till June probably. I'm curious to see what's gonna happen here. I think a lot of different studios will kind of get to, obviously take their own time opening up based on when they feel it's safe. Yes, the book, Sage, you're the same way. I have so many books on so many great subjects that I bought. I'm like, this is exactly what I need. But it doesn't work if you don't read it, right? So today we're gonna read the book. Today we're gonna read the book because I'm gonna give you a task, a challenge, a game, an assignment, homework, you call it whatever you wanna call it so that you'll do it. Hello, Yuri, so good to see you. So today we're talking about gratitude. And the idea that we're gonna talk about today is a very common one in happiness research, in the idea of positivity and positive thinking and psychology, positive psychology. And it's one that I've done off and on for the last, oh goodness, maybe 8 years. but haven't committed to fully. And I have decided that now I need it more than ever. And perhaps maybe you need it too. And at the very least, it's a fun experiment to try to see how it affects your mental state. We know research has shown us time and again that what we focus on expands. So if you have the choice to focus on what is wrong or what is right, what will you choose to focus on, right? And so I feel like it should be an obvious answer. But let's talk about focusing on what is right. And let's talk today about focusing on gratitude. When you focus on gratitude, you look at the things that you have as opposed to the things that you have not, and you appreciate them, you feel good about that, and you draw more of that feeling into your world. Hi, Giselle. And so I want us to do that, because not only does that allow us to train our energy in the right channel, but it also starts to eliminate the energy we have towards less productive endeavors, i.e. ruminating on why every day feels like Groundhog Day, which is where I have been for most of the day today. So if I just think about how wonderful it is to be alive and well and have this to look forward to, have our dance party to look forward to, I can eliminate a lot of that negativity and focus on the positive. So this is the end of my chat today. We're gonna do a lot of dancing, but this is your task. I want you to get a notebook and I want you to get a pen. And you can do a little bit right now, because this does not have to take a long time. So you can do it right now if you want. If you do not do it right now, do it before you go to bed tonight. We are starting a gratitude journal, or just a couple of pages in a book that you use for something else. This is currently my everything journal, but I need to get a new one because I'm almost done. So I put everything in here. And so if it's gratitude, it's gratitude. If it's my notes for the live today, that's what it is. So I want you to, each day if you can, every other day. Research has actually shown that this tends to work better when it is not an everyday assignment. I think people just get a little bit tired or maybe overwhelmed with the idea of having to be grateful every day. It's just too much for us. So perhaps every other day, write down 3 things that you are grateful for. Maybe it's something that happened that day. Like we are actually gonna have a little bit of an impromptu movie out on the driveway party tonight. We borrowed a projector and the kids are getting a movie and we're making popcorn. It's gonna be fun. I'm very grateful for that today. Or maybe it is something just in general, like you are grateful for your home, you are grateful for your friends, you are grateful for whatever, like really good delivery food, you know? And make sure that it's different every day and really think about it and think about what your life would be without that thing, especially if that thing is a person. Think about what life would be like without them and really focus on that. Exactly, Karen. It's time to analyze and make a pause to be focusing on the positive things. This is huge, right? And I find like sometimes you can say, yeah, I'm grateful for X, Y, Z, but for me, writing it down creates a different neural pathway. And then really like thinking about just beyond being grateful, what would it be if you did not have that in your life? What would that mean for you and what would that mean for your life? So I really want you to not just do it in your head. I want you to write it down on paper, and I want you to do it as often as you can over the next 7 days. And then this is what I want you to do. I want you to share it. Yes, so nothing graphic, please. You can write that in a different notebook. I want you to share it. I want you to share it here in the comments underneath this video once it's posted. I want you to share. You can type it in. You can snap a picture and put it in. If you're super brave, you can take a video of yourself talking about it and put it in. That's always my preferred format because I love to talk on video apparently. But whatever you would like, I would like you to share it, because then you get to not only get like the gratitude of being done with your assignment and having posted it, you get to inspire others by your positivity. And that's huge, and it's a ripple effect, and that's half of why I do this, because I hope to inspire you, and then by inspiring you, it inspires me, and it's this great an inspirational cyclone that leads us higher and higher together, right? And so this is your assignment. So not only do the thing, please do the thing, whether or not you decide to share it. But I invite you, I plead with you, I implore you to share it each day that you do it. Snap a picture, type it in the chat whenever you get around to it, put it in the comments below this video, because at the end of the week, I'm going to randomly pick a winner. It's not whoever does it the most number of times. Get in there, do it a handful of times. I'm gonna read the responses. I'm gonna look for people's, positivity and sincerity. And then kind of based on that, I'm just gonna go through and randomly pick a winner. And this week, The prize is going to be unlimited access to my Rhinestone subscription for an entire month. Or if you already have that, I will give you something of equal value on my Teachable Studio. So that's normally $30 a month for hundreds and hundreds of hours of videos that I have for you on demand at any time. But I will give it to you for free for an entire month just for participating and telling me what you're grateful for. So I think it's sort of a win-win-win, right? You get better gratitude feelings, you get to focus on the positive in life, and then you might get some, like, a whole bunch of belly dance. And so that's my challenge and my invitation to you, right? So gratitude journal as many times this week as you can. Aim for every other day. If you get more, awesome. If you get less, don't stress about being grateful. Stressing about being happy typically has the opposite effect. So please don't stress about this, right? This is supposed to be fun. It should honestly take less than 5 minutes to do and really focus on why you are grateful for those things, not just what those things are. Then post it each time that you get the chance to in the comments below this video, and before next Friday's 30 to Thrive, I will post a winner and you'll get free belly dance stuff. Yeah? Sound good? Excellent. You guys are gonna do it. I love it. This is fantastic. So that's all for that. We are gonna belly dance now. Yeah? If you have any questions, just let me know. But let's go ahead and put aside your notebooks and move your chair if you can, and let's dance, yeah? So today, what I would like to do, since we're thinking about gratitude, I wanted to do something that works up here in the chest area where our heart chakra is, and hopefully involve some of our heartfelt emotions. We are gonna work with 2 different kinds of chest circles, and then we're gonna do a little combination where we take them into an undulation, and we'll talk briefly about transition. I will show you what's going on here. We're gonna do a vertical and a chami. So the vertical chest circle, most of us are very familiar with. It's a chest circle that goes to the side, lifts up towards the ceiling, to the side, and back down, right? So this is like I am washing the mirror with my chest and drawing a circle on it, right? We can go either direction. We can go counterclockwise or clockwise. So just kind of warming up the chest. If this is not something you've done before, if you're not a belly dancer, you might find it's very challenging to do. Yes, it's definitely challenging to do. But I want you to think of engaging with your upper abdominals, engaging with the center of your back to lift. And as you lift, there's a little bit of a forward feel to this. It doesn't lift straight up, but rather a bit at an angle. But I'm thinking vertical chest circle, wax on, wax off Daniel Sun in this direction, yeah? Or in the other direction, but you're moving vertically. We're also going to work with, I'm going to show you 2 options. Either a horizontal chest circle, if this one is more familiar and more comfortable to you. Same idea, but now I'm drawing my circle on the floor. So it's coming out around in front of me and then back into neutral. So I'm not going behind me with this one, but going out in front of me, back to neutral. This one, just like the other, we can go counterclockwise and clockwise. You'll probably find that one direction feels better for you than the other, but I encourage you to do them both so that you don't end up lopsided, since your chiropractor is probably closed anyway, yeah? So be sure to do both directions as you do this. So this is the horizontal chest circle, and then we'll drill those. And then the 3rd chest circle, we've played with a little bit in several of my classes. You might be familiar with this. I call it the chami because it reminds me of an ami, but in the chest. This one has a lot of angularity to it. So I'm thinking about sort of a little bit of a tilt-a-whirl going on here. I am creating the angle of my chest here with my arms, just sort of demonstrating it for you. This is what's happening as I do the chami. Yeah, I'm sort of lifting on one side, lifting the other side to meet it, dropping down on that first side, and then dropping down on the second. So I end up slightly concave, and then I end up here slightly lifted and back down. So this one is one of my favorites, but it's also kind of the funkiest one, I think, to play with. But think lift, lift, drop, drop, lift, lift, drop, drop. Yeah, lift, lift, drop, drop. I see my folks over on Zoom. You got it. I got that visual feedback. You guys have it. Yeah, try the other direction, of course. You want to go the other way as well. So now I'm going clockwise, thinking lift one side and the other, and then drop and drop. So this is neither horizontal nor vertical, but has an element of them both. Things to watch out for is not leading with your shoulders. Your shoulders are going to do quite a bit of movement only because they are along for the ride. They're sitting on top of the chest, they're sitting on top of your entire torso, and they're moving along with the torso, but not initiating any movement by themselves. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, so we have 3 different chest circles. We have the vertical, we have the horizontal, and we have the chami, which is somewhere in between. And in the other direction, we have the vertical and the horizontal and the chami, which is somewhere in between. We're going to drill those, and then we're going to move into a little combination with them. And we're going to talk briefly about transitions to get you from one to the other. In the combination, what I will be doing is 1 vertical chest circle, 1 chami, and then I'm going to do an undulation top to bottom. Chest lift, chest drop, pelvic tuck, pelvic release. Yeah? Or, let's see, so that's 1 vertical, 1 chami, and then 1 undulation. The 2 chest circles easily transition into each other. Transitions really are nothing more than deciding where one movement ends and the next movement begins. So if I'm going to do a vertical and then a chami, my first movement is starting at neutral. I'm doing vertical, it's ending at neutral, so I'm beginning my chami at neutral. I could end it at neutral, but then the undulation's kind of hard because I'm already here in neutral. So I'm going to take that chami around actually 1.5, because now I'm lifted and it makes for a much nicer undulation, right? So I've decided that's my transition. I'm taking the chami around more than once so that I'm lifted to come back down, right? So that's one option, and then you can do it in the other direction. Vertical goes from neutral to up, back to neutral. Chami starts from neutral, goes around back to neutral, surpasses neutral, comes up to roll back down. If the chami is not working for you, it's not really your thing, you can do vertical, horizontal, and then an undulation. So I can do vertical, same idea, I end at neutral. Horizontal, I end at neutral, but once again, neutral's not a great place to start my undulation because it's kind of sad from neutral. So I will lift up to go into that undulation, right? So you can think of lifting into that undulation, or you can just think of your neutral finishing, and I create that lift to begin the undulation, yeah? So vertical, horizontal, ending at neutral, lift, undulation. Vertical, nice, horizontal, lift, undulation, or the other direction, vertical, horizontal, lift, undulation. Yeah, so we'll drill them just a little bit. I have some really beautiful music. We are going to be dancing to Lauren Cecchio again because I love her and she lets me use her music because she's a rock star. This is a very beautiful track off of her Rhythm of the Spheres. Before we jump in, I'm going to ask you guys if you could tell me the time signature. I love me some weird time signatures. I guess it's not weird, it's just different. It's not 4/4, there's nothing weird about it. But I'm gonna turn it on and let me know if you can tell me what is the time signature of this song before we jump in. So give me a second to turn up my volume here and to turn on my music. And then let me share with my Zoom folks here. All right, so anybody? Time signature of this one? I'll give you a clue. It's not 4/4. Let you listen one more time. Here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Almost. It's a 10/8. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Horizontal or vertical chest circle. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Let's take that the other direction. Vertical chest circle. can take it the other way. So now lift the other side first. Here it is from the side. Good. Now let's try the horizontal. Yeah. Horizontal, coming straight out. Good. Let's do two more in this direction. Take it the other direction, yeah? Keep it going. I'm going to make sure I've got my music on repeat here so we can keep going with our samai. Nice. So now we're going to go into that combination. One vertical, one chami or horizontal, and then undulation. Yeah? So let's give that a shot. Pick your direction and then we'll switch directions partway through. Yeah? Nice deep breath. Find your posture. Tuck that pelvis, roll the shoulders back and down. Find your beautiful floaty arms. Here we go. Vertical. Chami and undulation. Good. Now let's try it a little bit faster. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is a 3 count, a 3 count, and a 4 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Other direction. Undulate. Good. And undulate. Good. Vertical. And chami. And undulate top to bottom. One more time. Chami. And good. So now, if you would like, you can do that forward and undulate top to bottom. So going from vertical and horizontal and undulate. Good. Vertical, horizontal, and undulate. Remember, you have to lift to get that undulation. Horizontal, then lift, and vertical, horizontal, and undulate. Other side. So other direction. Vertical. Good. Horizontal. Undulate up to down. Good. Vertical, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, let's do one more. And take a deep breath up. Excellent, and exhale, and take a seat if you would like. Nice job, y'all. I want to know, how did that work? Was that okay? Was it crazy? Tell me. Did you enjoy it? I love that music. Was it weird to dance to a 10/8? I love that music so much. Absolutely, it's gorgeous. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you for dancing with me. It's amazing, just standing in place for just a little bit. Must be summer in Houston. Now I'm all warmed up for our Zoom dance party. I'm super excited. So you've got your marching orders. Yes, your job this week, 3 things every day, every other day that you are grateful for. Think about why you're grateful for them and what you would do if you did not have them in your life. Post below this video. Either write it or take a snapshot or take a video if you would like and let us know what it is. Help inspire others to feel similarly grateful. Create more of that focus in your life to expand the beautiful things and contract the things that are perhaps not so beautiful. I'm glad you like learning the chami. That's one of my favorites. It's funky cool, yeah? You can take it to the club too. It's a good one for the club. And that music, I know, I love all of Lauren's stuff, but that one in particular is just so haunting and so gorgeous. I thank you guys so much for being here with me today. We will, my intention is to do it next week. Next week we have a big weekend because Kareem Nagy is coming to town via Zoom. And so there's a lot going on, so please just check my Facebook page to ensure that this is going on. Either way, even if we do not meet for whatever reason, I will definitely be checking your homework, and I will definitely be awarding prizes at the end of the week. So I intend to be here it will be on Friday and not on Saturday if I do actually do it, because Saturday night I'm hosting a little hafla with my students in honor of the Kareem Nagy workshop weekend, so we'll be pretty busy. But I'll see you guys no matter what online at some point. Take care, be well, and happy dancing. Thank you so much for being here. Ciao for now. Talk to you guys later.